All right, you guys, let's talk about it. So 5 things you have to remember before you go in to do a haircut or you're working on a haircut. So this stuff is what you have to remember, right? So number one is you have to have a game plan, like a visual game plan of what your client's asking you. Never just go into a cut just be like, I'm just gonna cut, because you're just gonna be there for too long and your client's gonna get restless in there, and you're gonna get nervous and you're gonna get yourself in a hole. And I seen it get done in the past. So have a game plan, know what your client wants, visual pictures, use the internet, to help figure out what your client's looking for. Two, you're gonna have to have an idea how you're going into this cut mentally. You don't got to explain to your client. You got to sit there and think too hard about it, but you got to have a game plan of how you're going to go in there. You're going to cut the sides first. You're going to do the taper first. You're going to cut the top first. You're going to blend first. You just have to know your steps, okay? So, third, this is going to be one that comes over time, but like I said, you just got to know what you're doing. And if you don't put yourself in a situation to where you're guessing or you're hoping, right? And so you got to have some reps in that haircut to know, in order to have your game plan and then your steps in place. You got to know what you're doing. Okay, that's the third one. It's just a simple one, but it's easy. The fourth is that I gotta say this where it makes sense. Where the fourth is gonna be, while you're doing the cut, you got your game plan, you got your steps, and then you know that you have confidence. You're gonna do how to do the cut. You may not do it great at the moment, but you know that you're shooting for what you're shooting for. Okay, so the fourth one, I'm gonna explain this to see if it makes sense. You're gonna have to really make your client feel calm, like good. So don't look all nervous. Have confidence. Take your time, but also keep your eyes on the time. So that kind of like a crisscross of knowing what time it is and knowing how long you've been cutting your client's hair, because you don't want your client to be sitting there too long in the chair taking forever. So that's on you. So you want to have that time management, and you want to make your client feel good, which is number 4, at least confident. Okay, and number 5. The last one, like I said, you want to have an end game. You want to have in your mind when the haircut ends. Because I already know some of you folks out there cutting hair and you're new to the industry. Sometimes when you're doing a haircut, you never know what's going to end, because you keep going and going and going and cutting. But if you have those steps that I lined up for you and think about those things consciously, then you're gonna have a game plan to know, okay, when is it gonna be done? When can I call this haircut a final product? You know what I mean? And have that product ready to roll. Have that product presented, put some product in it, cleaned up. Have your client smell good with some aftershave or whatever you got going on, and make them feel confident when you're done, man. And that's those 5 steps. Nothing crazy, nothing hard, but just remember those steps. Those are going to help you along the way. Pretty common sense, but like I said, not a lot of people think about it too much, to where they start to think about these little things. Those little things become big things. Those big things become habits. When you got the habits down, it becomes flow. And once you're in a flow state of mind, when someone walks in, you chop them, get them done, and they're gone. So it's easy, and then you become a master at some point, sometime. So all right, you guys, if that helped you, let me know. If you guys want to know anything else, let me know on the flip. I'll see you guys. Follow my Instagram on Eye of Your Barber on IG, and I appreciate you, man. See you on the next one. Peace.